This week on Coaster Beds, we travel to La Palle in France with the European Coaster Club. Come with us as we explore and take a ride. So first of all, welcome to Coaster Beds and our trip over to La Palle in France. We did actually record a piece to camera before we went in, but it seems to be that we've had a bit of a technical difficulty. Most likely the numpty talking to you right now probably hid a picture instead of record. So anyway, we flew into Geneva the night before and drove 3 hours over to the park in the morning, which was part of an ECC trip. We're met there by Lou, who was running the trip, and he took us straight over to Yukon Quad, which is an intimate family launch coaster. We hadn't really looked too much into what the park had on offer, as we really wanted it to be a surprise throughout the day. And as I think you're going to see by this video, we were actually in for a real treat.
Ah, tu rigoles moins d'un...
Woohoo! Are you ready to go, Oliver? Lean! Whee! Lean! Whee! Second launch! Woo! Remember this one, turns! Woo! No! No! Whoa! Woohoo! These intimate coasters are actually really quite cool! Whee! And into the brakes. And that is it for another ride on Yukon Quad. Was it good? Stop, blow bubbles. You got coaster hair. Oliver now has coaster hair. Look at it all standing up at the front. I think it looks good. You look good with coaster hair.
I've just ridden a quad bike roller coaster, whatever it's called, and it's actually pretty intense. I recommend holding on if you ride it, because on the second launch I got thrown to the side. It was a launch coaster. The first launch wasn't very fast, but then the second launch was a bit faster. Just hold on for the second launch. You can put your hand up for the first launch because it's not that intense. But then after the second launch you get thrown to the side. This was me on it.
And we've just been on Yukon Quad, which is a motorbike style launch coaster, which was really, really good. Really, really fun. Except Ted decided he wasn't going to hold on and got thrown to the side a little bit, so he's jarred his back. So now we've told him to hold on next time. But yeah, it was a lot more intense than I thought it was going to be, so it was really good.
As we were a little bit late to the park, the next stop was going to be lunch, where we got treated to a 3-course meal. This was included with our trip, but it would normally set you back €25 a head. To be honest with you, it wasn't bad value for a theme park, and it was a really nice setting. For smaller meals, the park also does a selection of toasties and snacks.
After lunch, we took a walk around the rest of the park to ride the other coasters. The theming and landscaping of the park was lovely and really well kept and clean. The first coaster we came to was Azteca, a family sit-down coaster, shortly followed by Siberian Tiger and Twist, a Mack spinning coaster. I think it's on. Yeah, it's on.
These are normally pretty good. Is it Bagatelle or jelly? Not like a flame effect, yeah.
So here we are on Tigre de Siberia. So Tiger de Siberia, I think this is called, or the Tiger of Siberia. I think it's an old Revicon or Softy, this. It looks like an old French one. It's got really high floor plates here. It's going to be interesting to see if this is smooth. It looks like quite an old ride, this one. Here we go. Whee. Whee, whoa. Whee. Yeah, it's pretty smooth. I can handle this. It's okay. Whee.
That's how I'm gonna put my arm.
It's quite tame.
Why is it just
Tick and done, I think, that one.
We just went on this coaster called Tiger d'Azuze. I'm not sure how to pronounce it, but I think it was a nice, smooth coaster. I liked the first drop. So we're going to explore the rest of the park and see if it's good. After riding the tamest ride in the park, we wanted to ride something a little more thrilling, so we headed over to the max spinner, Le Trist.
Well, there's that Fjord Explorer. That was spinny. So we've just ridden Le Twist. It was actually a really good ride. It had a little bit of force actually coming down that first drop, and we got some really good spin on it as well. And it's one of those fun for the whole family coasters. This park again, just like a few of them, it's actually changing my mind about the French parks. I wasn't that interested in the French park, so when really all I had experience was Rollercoaster before, but I think that they've really upped the game and these parks are growing really well and they've got some really nice ride lineup. What did you think to it, honey?
What, the spinner?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was pretty good actually. I was pleasantly surprised and it was quite intense. Some intense little bits on it. Yeah, good.
And you, Oliver?
I thought it was good for one of those spinners. Normally they're just kiddie coasters and really lame, but that one was pretty good.
Yeah, it's a decent height, isn't it?
Or in French, bien. Whichever one.
Okay, I think we're going to go try and get the water coaster. Yeah, we're going to go get wet. Let's do it. So we've got a really nicely themed queue in here again. Mac are very good at putting the theming in with their rides. Going to see how long this queue is. It's saying 30 minutes on the outdoors, but I'm a little bit more optimistic because I've not seen it. So what are we about to go on now?
We are about to go on the Fjord Explorer, which is a water coaster. And I think looking by it, looks pretty new, doesn't it?
Yeah, it looks really cool, really well themed.
So we're excited for this one.
Like if you have a look back here, it's got a really cool water effect over there. Anyway, we better go close up the gap. Go on, Oliver. Here we go, guys. So we've just done Fjord Explorer. Yep, that's the name. It was really good actually. It's got some really good drops. It's also got like almost a high five element. And it's actually got some punch at the bottom. The first drop it's actually got a bit of G there. And it really is great theming, a great all-round family coaster which you can take everyone on. What did you think to it, Oliver?
The roller coaster bit was a bit wattly, but I like the drop at the end. It's not that wet, but the only thing is the chairs are a bit wet, which is really annoying. So when you want to lean back, it's pretty difficult to do without getting wet.
Did you get a wet bum?
Yes.
Must be done. Oh, look at that.
Okay, so most of the guests, they don't know that behind all the small houses there is the maintenance bay, and even Philippe Dinant, which is the technical director of Nigloland, when he came here for the grand opening of the ride, he said, "I didn't know it was here." He did just in the ride with the timing. It was like, "Oh, it's fun." Oh, of course it's here. Okay, something that you may know, that the boats are not completely floating. Okay, the boats are not fully waterproof. That's why you have many drops, of course. The drops that come from the outside of the boat, but also from the inside. So when the boat enter in the station, there's a little lever with a wheel that opens the boats to empty all the water that is inside the boats. Okay, so that's why we can't let the boats in the water during the night, because if you let this during the night, as it's not completely waterproof, maybe it will be full of water, maybe the motors will not be able to take the boat out of the water. So when we have 6 boats, we have to put the boat number 6 here for the night. Okay. That's why, for example, if we have a technical failure or something like this, sometimes the boats can stay 10-15 minutes in the channel here. And so when it will arrive in the station, it will completely drop the water inside. This is during winter maintenance, when we have no boats. It's just to allow us to cross the station safely. Okay, so we just install this during winter season. Okay.
Does that like come up to allow the boat to move in?
No, everything is traveling.
Oh, this covers
okay,
the whole thing.
even the woodwork is coming with this. Okay.
Don't touch anything.
Don't touch.
Yeah, do not touch anything.
So here, normally when you buy a water coaster from Max, they don't deliver the motors. But this is completely manual. You have to push the boat or to pull the boat with a rope or a cable or, okay? We didn't want this, so we requested to Mac, okay, we want some motors. They said no. We said we want to pay it. They said no, because they have to change the safety analysis of the ride. That's why we developed our own motorized team system. To be honest, we copied the one in Europe. We have the same motor, same fuel consumption, because we requested to make the drawings for the wheels, and they sent us all the motors and accessories. So we requested to the ground, can we copy? Say yes, so we copied. Okay. So now it's our operators that are taking the boats out or in the storage. Okay. Last year it was only technicians or us, but now we train them and they can do this safely. As you see, there is a light barrier, so even if we go here, it stops everything. So now it's the operators. In Europa Park, they have 2 tracks like this. They have 13 boats, and they do all by hand, pushing, etc. I believe it's crazy to have this for safety of workers, etc. Okay.
Yeah.
It's crazy, but I believe we received the American park that came here to visit this because they want to buy it, and I said, request motors, and now I think Mac is putting motors in a standard configuration.
They can make more money.
Yeah, but maybe it's more money about doing again the safety analysis. Okay. I will show you the electrical room for the one who wants to be geeky thing.
And that up there's the crane where they can lift the boats off and take them out.
Yeah.
So you can see underneath there. That's quite cool, isn't it?
Before Fjord Explorer, we don't had not a lot of ride. We didn't have not a lot of ride here. Sorry for my English. Many rides here. So while doing Fjord Explorer, we have done a lot of things back to new modern things. Okay, so that's why we have the new electrical cabinet that is delivering electricity for the restaurant, the carousel, l'archipel. Before it was an old system, now we have everything here. Okay. For the ride itself, there is here one electrical cabinet that is the PLC, only the brain of the ride, and here behind me is all the inverters that are more about the motors and the power of the ride. Okay. I have one question. These are 2 inverters. One is for the lift, one is for the pre-lift. Which one is it? This is.
Yeah, I'm going to go small for the pre. It's going to be the opposite way around. Other way around.
Of course. For the pre-lift is the biggest one.
Okay, it's the same.
Okay. Because when the boat is moving in the canal, it has its own inertia.
Yeah.
Inertia. And so when it goes on the pre-lift, it's more energy to dissipate than on the lift. Because on the lift, the boat has no energy. It just goes from 0 energy to the speed of itself. But this, it's that big to accept all the inertia of the boat. That's why I wanted to show you this. Okay. Any questions about the electrical parts?
Yeah, I've got one.
Okay.
What are those?
What it is, it's I believe it's it's for perturbations. Okay, because this it's inverter that can make a motor work slow or fast. Okay, but when you do that, you create perturbations, and this is taking only the perturbations here and not everywhere. Okay.
Nice.
Is it? You understand? When we built the ride, we said, okay, we don't want to do any maintenance on our technicals because we have many things to do everywhere. So now we try to do maintenance bay everywhere. So for the monorail, maybe you have done the monorail. No,
not yet, but we would.
It's the new ride for this year, so we've refurbished it. We have now a really complete zone where we can work on the vehicles. Here it's of course the same. So the technicians, we store everything for the ride here, and they can do the maintenance while the ride is working. They can do the maintenance here, and even the winter maintenance is completely done here. Okay. So same when we did this ride. Before we were using one pump to fill some parts of the lake of Archipel, etc. So now when we have done the ride, as everything was open, we put more pipes everywhere, and so now we can fill from here seven lakes of the park.
Okay, cool.
And everything is managed by a computer, so if the lake is already full, then we stop the filling.
Where does your water come from? Is it off the mains, or do you take it from a natural source
Natural
and then
sources,
fill it
yes.
here?
And now we have on the parking 6, we have solar panels, yes. And so we take the water from the rain, so we store this in the lake, and we will use it in some weeks, months maybe, to fill also a small tank that we have here that is connected to this. So to fill, we try to use more rain water more than the water that is 70 meters in the ground, that maybe took 100 years or 1,000 years to come here.
Cool.
Do you change the level of the water in the lake?
No, it's we have the water level have to be really stable, but we have the night level and the day level, because of course when you start the pumps, the level is decreasing a bit. Okay, so we regulate it. So during the day, if it's too low, but then we fill the water with water. Okay. But on this side, it has really to be really precise. On the rafting also, for example, on the flume ride, it can be more, because we have a regulation with pumps on the flume ride. So if we have more water, etc., we can regulate everything. Here, the pumps, when you start the pumps, it goes full speed. It has a ramp, but it goes full speed. You can't say I want less water. I will explain how we regulate the water.
Okay, cool.
This ride is the first ride where we bought specific music for this ride. So we have music for the whole area. When you heard only sounds of harbors, here we have a specific sound that we work with Audio Gazer, and so they've designed the tracks for the queue line, the canal, and of course the lift with a perfect timing on this. Okay. You see there is a train here. You should do this train. It's kind of fun one. And in the 80s, it was really crazy for the people to have a train going inside the lake. So I don't know if the train will be here while we're here, but the train seems to be inside the lake. But for the guests, it was like, wow, we were going to the train. Okay?
Bonjour. Jolly ho.
In the channel, the boat is really a boat, and afterward it's really a train. Okay, that's where we take the boat out. So that's why even if all the heaviest people are on the right, even if it's like this, it will, with the pre-lift, it will be okay for the chain.
So this levels the boat and also straightens it for the lift as well then?
Sorry?
So this levels the boat if you've got the weight on one side, but also straightens it to make sure that it gets onto the chain correctly.
Okay. Every time it will be okay. But the operators, they have to also think about this. They can't put all the guests on the one side.
Hello. Hi.
It was really difficult when we were planning to do this ride. We built this building 1 year before the ride came from, you understand? But it was really difficult because we had to move the train already and to be sure that the position of the train was good compared to the ride. Hopefully it was okay. We didn't have to move again the train. Enjoy the
After the awesome behind the scenes tour of Fjord Explorer and being able to get a quick go on it, we headed out to the park to go see what else it had on offer. I've never been able to ride one of these King Kong rides before because they've always been in maintenance, so it was a great opportunity for us to get on one. Come with us as we take a go on it.
Oh, it's dripping.
They have a bog standard disco coaster with a hump in the middle. I'm still dubious and on the fence of whether these are a coaster or not, but because we're on coaster count, we do tick them. What do you guys think? Coaster or not? So we've just been on the disco coaster. I'm of the opinion that because it's on coaster count, you can tick it. What do you think, Ted? Is a disco coaster a coaster?
Yes.
Oliver, what do you think?
A roller coaster goes up and down with a bump. So it goes up and down on the same... So it goes up like this and down like that. So if it does that, then it's a roller coaster.
Yeah, that's something. Kelsey, disco coasters. Coasters, yes or no?
What?
Disco coaster, yes or no? Coaster, yes or no?
Yes.
Oh.
Absolutely not.
So Kat's wrong. Because everyone else has disagreed.
No.
And this is a democracy.
I'm a true coaster enthusiast, not a ticker.
The last thing that's got to be mentioned is the train. It's not just a normal train, this one. It does something a bit quirky at the end. So here we are, we're on the train at La Pal. We've just had a behind the scenes tour with the European Coaster Club, which was really cool. We got to see a load of stuff there that you wouldn't normally see at all.
Even me that isn't particularly into the geeky side of it, I actually found it quite interesting. And we got some really good shots of the, what was it called? The Fjord Explorer.
Yeah,
Yes.
Fjord Explorer.
Which was the water coaster.
And we got to see all the mechanics as well, like how they do all the transfer of the trains, how they keep all the water levels, and the bit which I realised after we'd been talking for a few minutes, which I actually forgot to hit record on, was when I was talking about how they don't use any chlorine in the water because they've used a natural way of being able to do it by having different levels of stone on a tank area where they feed the water through to make sure the water gets filtered. It means that they actually even have fish in there as well to eat the algae.
And he also recommended to go on this train because it goes behind one of the waterfalls near the water ride, wasn't it?
So we're on that now. We're on here with Kat, Oliver and Ted. Go see what it's like. Okay, we weren't expecting this. The train ride here actually has a little bit of a ride in the middle of it. Oh, that's weird. It's actually got a tilt track on the train.
Oh my god!
So the train ride was really cool. Had a little tilt track in it, and then it used one of those rotating tunnels to make you feel like you're going upside down. Really quite clever. Really liked it. What did you think to it, Oliver?
Yeah, I liked it. It was short, but it was good. It was good. Better than I was expecting. I was expecting it to be I normally find them pretty boring, actually. That one was okay, actually.
Yeah, it was really good. So we were going to go do the shooter, but it's got quite a big line, so we're actually going to go try and find our way back to the Intamin launch quad bike coaster thing.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Because that was really good this morning, wasn't it?
Yep.
Are you looking forward to it, Oliver?
Yeah.
Are you looking forward? Are you going to hold on this time, Ted? Because you hurt yourself, didn't you, last time?
I'm not.
Oh,
Yeah, my day.
Kat's picked up the walking pace. She definitely wants to get to the coaster, so we need to be quick.
Overall, we were very impressed with this family theme park. Yukon Quads was a really cool roller coaster, and surprisingly much more intense than we were expecting. A nice step-up roller coaster for kids ready for a bit more thrill. The park was beautiful to walk around and even boasts a decent-sized zoo area, including tigers and elephants. The food quality was excellent for a theme park and very reasonably priced. Staff were very friendly and the park operations were top-notch. The behind-the-scene tour we had of Fjord Explorer was interesting and well done. The tour guide was friendly and very knowledgeable. We were treated really well and would like to thank the ECC for a great day. This park is well worth a visit.